Howdy folks, Virtual Schmied back with you guys this week to set up a lab. We're going to set up the Can Crush lab this week. As always, we're going to talk safety before we do any lab stuff, but before we even do that, if you're going to try this lab at home, which I absolutely encourage you to do, you got to have parent or guardian permission. Make sure that mom, dad, whoever knows that you're doing this and is okay that you're doing this, and in fact, they should be helping you do this. This is a good experiment for the whole family, as long as the siblings aren't too little and can still help. So, safety stuff. I have my goggles on. If you have goggles at home, that would be a great addition. I also am wearing just long sleeves in case I spill anything on myself. I'm less likely to get it on my skin. And one safety non-negotiable, in addition to parent permission, is I am wearing closed-toed shoes, okay? If I spill any hot water today, I want to make sure that it's less likely to get on my skin and burn and scald me. I'm also wearing long pants for this one. Okay, other safety stuff that I've got set up here because I'm going to be dealing with hot water. I've got hot hands here. Whatever you might use to take something out of the oven would work great here. I would use 2 of these so that I could grab these with 2 hands. Or just hot pads like this. Again, I would use 2 of these with 2 hands and grab these. What I'm going to use, and I think is going to work best, is going to be tongs that I know I can easily and safely grab this. Before I've started heating anything, I check to make sure that I can get this from here over to my ice bath here without any problems in between. I put my dog's downstairs, so I know she's not going to wander around and be underfoot and get burned anyway. So what we have set up is 2 empty soda cans. You only need 1 for this. I'm showing you a couple different setups. And what we're trying to do is get these cans full of hot gas. The way I'm going to do that is I put about a 1/4 cup, just a little bit of water in the bottom of each can. It's only about 2 centimeters, just a little bit. And I want to boil that water so that I can get these cans full of nice hot steam. And then I want to pretty quickly condense that steam, and that's what the water bath is set up over there for. So I have a glass cooktop, so what I can do is put this can that has water in it directly on my cooktop, put it over about medium-high heat to get that water to boil. If you don't have this kind of cooktop, or you're not cool with putting that directly on top, this is a setup with a pan. There's a little bit of water in the bottom of that pan, mostly just to protect the pan. Some pans can get damaged if you heat them up empty. And this can also has the same 1/4 cup of water in it. And again, I'm going to turn that up to about medium-high heat. And I want this water to boil. While that's happening, you can get your ice bath set up. This is just a cereal bowl with ice and water. It's probably a little bit too small. This mixing bowl that has the same ice and water would probably be a little bit better of a size. That's the one I'm going to use for this. So I'm going to let the magic of editing work while these go ahead and heat up. You want to make sure that they're really boiling fast and that they get a lot of steam in them. This one in the back is going to be heated up first because it's directly on the stovetop. This one will take a little bit longer, but you do not want to rush this step. You want to make sure that these are completely full of steam before we go flipping these over into our ice bath. So I'm going to pause for a minute, let these heat up, and I'll be back with you guys in about 5. Okay, so my can in the back is clearly boiling. There is a lot of steam, not just a little bit, but a lot of steam coming out of it, and you can kind of hear it boiling. This can is going to take a lot longer, but you don't want to rush this step. I'm going to go ahead and turn both off and use my tongs, because this can is now very, very, very hot. And I'm going to take this can, and I'm going to flip it upside down into this cold water bath. I'm going to use my big bowl here. Neat! And you want to give this can a moment to cool before you go grabbing it. Even though it's in an ice bath, it's going to be very hot for a couple more minutes, so I'm going to let that chill. So if this doesn't work, you want to make sure that your can is definitely nice and full of steam. Don't rush this step, and that your your cold water bath is nice and cold, and that you get it flipped in there quickly. I think that's going to be about it from me this week. I highly encourage you to do this lab, but if you do not feel comfortable with any step in this lab, and your parent does not feel comfortable with any step in this lab, do not do it. I have given you enough of a demonstration that you could answer any questions about this lab, and there are lots of other videos online of people on YouTube doing this so that you don't have to. So I encourage you to do it, but you gotta do it safely. I think that's going to be it for this week, folks. Virtual Schmied.